Welcome to Out of the Box, and today we're looking at a booster box of Aether Revolt for Magic the Gathering. Second set in the Kaladesh block, so more energy, more artifacts, more vehicles, more Thopters, more servos, more Fabricate. Normally I would just open a pack and show off all the cards in it, but you don't want to see all the cards. You want to see the good shit. You want to see what I pull out of rares and foils and mythics and hopefully Kaladesh inventions. So, without further ado, let's open 36 boosters of Aether Revolt, shall we? Yeah, let's. Aether Revolt was released on Magic Duels on Wednesday, and I actually got both the Ajani and the Tezzeret in virtual boosters. Maybe I'll get lucky again. Who knows? We start off with a call for unity. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, put a unity counter on call for unity. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each unity counter. It's a pretty dang good card, I think. But my opinion is my own. You may disagree with it. But that's the cool thing of, okay, I wish they did these before. It's an energy counter thing. And we've got Baral, Chief of Compliance. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less. Whenever a spell or ability you control counters a spell, you may draw a card, and if you do, discard a card. Didn't they just make a Planeswalker of him? I could be mistaken. But I'm pretty sure they just made a Planeswalker of him. Free Jam Regent. It's a Dargon with improvised flying and a sort of fire-breathing ability. 1 in a red, gets +2/+0 till end of turn. Sort of, because fire breathing would be just 1 red for. We got disallow. Counter target spell, activated ability, or trigger ability. And it's one of the 5 storyline cards of the set. Ergo the big Planeswalker symbol in the text box right there. By the way, if I sound funny, it's because I'm a little ill. So I apologize for that. A foil Cogwork Assembler. And a Herald of Anguish. Improvise flying at the beginning of your end step. Each opponent discards a card. 1 in a black, sacrifice an artifact. Target creature gets -2/-2 till end of turn. Nice. A foil Shipwreck Moray, and a Midnight Entourage. Other Aetherborn get +1/+1. Whenever Midnight Entourage or another Aetherborn you control dies, draw a card and lose a life. It's okay. I mean, it's black, so there's going to be a lot of life gain, life loss in black. I mean, there's a lot of lifelink cards right now in black, so. But it's cool that Aetherborn now have a Lord. Consulate Crackdown. When it enters the battlefield, exile all artifacts your opponents control. Wow! How much does it cost? 2 white and 3... Wow! That is badass. Release the gremlins. Destroy X target artifacts. Create X gremlins. Okay. I wish Theros block was still legal in standard. Baral's expertise. Return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hands. You may cast a card with converted mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. I can see some good coming from that. Especially in blue. Aid from the Cowl. Revolt. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, you may put it on the bottom of your library. See, the one thing I don't like about this card is that there's no ability for if a permanent didn't leave the battlefield. Otherwise, it'd be a pretty solid card. Solemn Recruit, Double Strike, Revolt. If a permanent you control left the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Solemn Recruit. Pretty straightforward, and it's a dwarf. Dwarf. Paradox Engine. Whenever you cast a spell, untap all non-land permanents you control. And it's a legendary artifact. That's freaking awesome. That's 1/3 of the box. Lifecrafter's Bestiary. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Whenever you cast a creature, you may pay a green. If you do, draw a card. It's pretty good, I think. Quick way to get green going really fast. Even the scry 1 by itself, you can splash the artifact into any deck. It just works best in a green deck. Yemeni. Undying Partisan. Haste. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Yenny. Yenny. Sacrifice another creature. Yenny is indestructible till end of turn. Have I only gotten 2 foils in this box? Fortunately, I've got like 22 packs left. Inspiring Statuary. Non-artifact spells have Improvise. Alright. Pretty simple, straightforward there. Everything has Improvise. Planner Bridge. 8 tap. Search your library for a permanent put on the battlefield. Remember Planner Portal? Same card. Only I think Planner Portal cost a little less. Or its ability cost a little less. I don't remember. Phase? No. Peace Walker Colossus. 1 in a white. Another vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature till end of turn. Crew 4. Nice! Is this way you don't have to keep tapping your critters to crew vehicles? Aether Sphere Harvester. Flying, get 2 energy counters when it enters the battlefield. Pay 1 energy counter. It gains lifelink till end of turn in crew 1. There's some energy counter stuff. A Merchant's Dockhand. 3 in a blue, tap X untapped artifacts you control. Look at the top X cards of your library. Put 1 of them in your hand and the rest on the bottom in any order. Nice. A foil swamp. Pia's Revolution. Whenever a non-token artifact is put into your graveyard, return that card to your hand unless an opponent lets Pia's Revolution deal 3 damage to them. I've got an idea for a red-blue artifact deck. Just a matter of making it happen. And of course, with a bunch of cards now banned, with Smuggler's Copter now banned in Standard, holy crap. Rishkar. Pima Renegade. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature you control with a counter on it has tap, add a green mana. A counter. Charge counters, +1/+1 counters, -1/-1 counters, doesn't matter. It'd be great for a modern proliferate deck. Another Call for Unity. Okay. I knew it was going to be a matter of time before I started seeing duplicate rares. A foil Windkin Raiders. And an Indomitable Creativity. Destroy X artifacts and or creatures. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller reveals cards from the top of his or her library. Until an artifact or creature card is revealed and exiles that card. Those players put their exiled cards onto the battlefield, then shuffle their libraries. So, red is doing what red does best. Wreck shit and be chaotic about it. Another Baral. Okay. Last row. I mean, if I don't get a Kaladesh Invention, I'm not going to be butthurt about it, because the odds of getting one are like 1 in 6 boxes. And I only got a booster box, a fat pack / bundle thing, whatever the hell they're called, and 2 Planeswalker packs. That's only 50 boosters. Quicksmith Spy. When it enters the battlefield, target artifact you control gains tap, draw a card as long as you control Quicksmith Spy. Okay. Blue being blue. Greenbelt Rampager. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay, when it enters the battlefield, pay 2 energy counters. If you cannot, return Greenbelt Rampager to its owner's hand and gain 1 energy counter. Cast it 3 times and you're golden. I actually saw that in Magic Duels. Another Aid from the Cowl. got a foil swamp. A foil universal solvent, and a Karazev's expertise. Gain control of a creature or vehicle. It gains haste till end of turn. You may cast a card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. I'm kind of digging these expertise cards. They need to do more of them. A foil inspiring statuary, and a dark what? Intimations. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, then discards a card. You return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand, then draw a card. When you cast a Bolas Planeswalker spell, exile that card from your graveyard. That planeswalker enters the battlefield with an additional loyalty. They're preparing for a Moncat, because a Moncat is definitely a Nicol Bolas set. Oh, I didn't show you the card either. Oath of Ajani! Enters the battle. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Planeswalkers you cast cost 1 less. I knew I'd eventually see Ajani, or at least Oath of Ajani, because Planeswalkers, Gatewatch, the whole shebang there. Rishkar's expertise. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Whenever you cast, you may cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. I like these free spell cards. These are got to be the best thing ever. Srant's expertise. Create 3 1/1 servos. You may cast a spell with converted mana cost 3 or less without paying its mana cost. So I've seen now a red one, a white one, a blue one, and a green one. Whir of Invention. Improvise, search your library for an artifact with a converted mana cost X or less, and put it on the battlefield. Always good to be able to get cards, especially when you're playing blue. Heroic Intervention. Permanents you control gain hex-proof and indestructible till end of turn. Wonder how that would work with planeswalkers. Indestructible planes? That's not possible. I mean, I guess destroy effects, but not lethal damage. A foil Implement of Improvement. And a SRAM, Senior Edificer. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle, draw a card. Last pack. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Menace. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may pay an energy, or you get an energy counter. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2 energy. If you do, you draw a card and lose a life. So there we have it. That is a booster box of Aether Revolt. if I pull anything really good out of my Fat Pack or my Planeswalker packs, needless to say, I will make a comment about it in the description of this video. And until next time, I hope you have a good one. Take care. Peace.